Hello everybody, it's me, Q, and I'm saying hello to you. And today, it's a creator insight video, I guess. I'm going to be ranking my music. I'm going to stick it all on a tier list for you guys to see. And it's completely scripted, so I'm probably going to be like and ahhing a lot. But yeah, I'm going to rank them basically based on how the thumbnail looks, how the music is, and the lyrics, how well I characterized the actual character the song's based on, all the personality and everything. And yeah, let's see how it goes. Sorry if you hear that jangling, it's my dog. He's being a fusspot. But anyway, let's get into it. So first off, we're going in order, so let's do Thor's first. This one's called It's Lonely at the Top. I think that's a very good title, personally. And the thumbnail's very good. I actually really like this thumbnail. Hang on, I've got it up. I haven't listened to these songs in a while. I've got them in my own playlist, but obviously they don't crop up much. Yeah, it's a very good thumbnail. The text could be a bit larger. Now, if I remember correctly about the music, it wasn't all that good, but the characterization was good. The lyrics were great. It was about him basically being alone at the top, like the title suggests. But then him saying that he needs someone strong, like even Lu Bu, like saying he's ready for the Ragnarok. Yeah, definitely a solid beat here. I think the thumbnail and the lyrics keep it out of any of the lower tiers, but can't really go higher than that because the song actually kind of sucks, in my opinion. This is all just my opinion. If you want to share anything you want in the comments, I'd love to hear it. Because obviously this is just what I think, and I think it'd be cool for you lot to understand how I see these things, you know? But yeah, next is Lu Bu. I think the song sucked so much arse. And it was kind of hard to do his lyrics because I don't really like the lyrics where it's just glazing the dude. But that's kind of all you had to do for Lu Bu. It's just saying, oh, he's so strong. Everyone's scared of him. There's not much depth there, and I didn't really like it, but I think it turned out serviceable. So, and the thumbnail's alright. The thumbnail's decent. I could have chosen a different color text, to be honest. But apart from that, it's fine. So yeah, solid C tier. Next, who was after? So I do God, human, right? So that's Zeus. Oh yeah, Zeus was a good song. I like Zeus' song. It's basic, but I think it gets the point across very well. The thumbnail's alright. Sorry if it looks like I'm looking at the camera weird. I'm just like looking at it. Yeah, the thumbnail's pretty good actually. I used the same font that I did for Lu Bu. I know that. Yeah, pretty good. And the lyrics are basically about Zeus just living it up, yeah? The title though, the title, Having a Party on My Throne. I could not think of a title for Zeus for the life of me. So I just went with that. If I probably really tried, I could think of something better. But I think that's fine. Saying that though, him and Lu Bu are some of my more viewed ones. Like they've got 700 plus views at the time of recording. Yeah, pretty good. Solid A tier, I think. It's a very good song. I like it. And the lyrics are decent, and the thumbnail's decent. I think it deserves A tier. Next, Adam. So, a little insight to Adam. I actually redid that one entirely. I wrote it up, and I tried to include him talking about every human that's fought so far. Because when I wrote the I created Hitler, I created Jack the Ripper line, that made me think, he actually just created everyone. He created Lu Bu, he created friggin' Sasuke, he created Buddha, he even created Hercules. But the problem was, when I did the lyrics for him talking about everyone, it just sounded like he was viewing himself as superior to all of them. And I didn't like that, so I redid it all. I think it turned out better. But the problem with writing a song for Adam is because he's such a big character in this series. I don't think there's really a way to give him justice that way. He's too good for a good song, if you get what I mean. Saying that though, I didn't like the music. I didn't like it. I wasn't happy with it. The lyrics, they're alright. I like the chorus. I'm the blueprint to the machine that will destroy the gods. That is a line that drops so hard, and I loved it. But the rest of it really didn't go all that well. And the thumbnail, I didn't like the thumbnail. I don't like that the text is covering his mouth. I'm a bit OCD. A bit is an understatement. And yeah. And the text being green, I don't know, it just offsets it so much. I think it's the only one with green text. Let me see. My thumb's covering the camera. Right, yeah, it's the only one with green text. Although I use red 3 times. Red's a cool color, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, I think Adam's C, honestly. He's got pretty arse thumbnail, pretty arse song, and the lyrics are kind of mid. Some of them go hard, but not as hard as like Thor's or Zeus's. So yeah, C tier. Probably just above Lu Bu though. I don't like Lu Bu's just because. A lot of them I spent ages trying to fiddle about and get it just perfect, but with Lu Bu's I kind of just settled. Same with Adam, to be fair. So I think that's why they're in C. So yeah, next would be Poseidon. Oh my god, Poseidon is my most viewed song. It's currently like 3K. Although it's not really fair because obviously it's a lot older than the newer ones like Buddha and Shiva, which I think are better personally, but the thumbnail goes really hard. It's like, and I had to redo the thumbnail. If you look at the video, I've got a pinned comment saying I had to re-upload the video because I didn't know you could just replace the thumbnail without re-uploading. It doesn't matter now. It was like weeks in the past by this point, and it clearly went well. Everyone enjoyed it. 3K views. That's a lot for me as a small creator. Not even 1K subs yet. But yeah, really cool thumbnail. The lyrics went really hard as well. This is one of the ones where glazing works really well because it's not just regular glazing like, oh, I'm so strong. It's aggressive glazing like, oh, I'm gonna tear you apart because I'm so strong sort of thing. I like the "You're an echo in the void." That was a cool line. What's the chorus now? I can't remember. In the abyss, you may feel something is amiss. In my domain, you get crushed by the pressure or something like that. That went hard, and it's one of the ones where I got a duet to work. And I think the female vocals for the chorus cuts it apart with the rock metal vocals so good. So it's actually a decent song, even though I'm not even a fan of like metal. So saying that, I think 80 is a good one to place it in. Probably just behind Zeus though, because Zeus was really good. But Zeus's thumbnail doesn't go nearly as hard. But then again, Zeus's lyrics are better. So Zeus's song and lyrics are better, which puts it above. Alright, that makes sense. Right. Next up is Kojiro. Right, Kojiro is my favorite character in Record of Ragnarok. So I think I did it justice here. It's he. But anyway, I definitely did him justice. I gave him like the humble sort of swordsman vibe, where yeah, he was basically just being inspirational the entire time. And I like the line, I hone my skills into the sharpest blade, swords are worth more than jade. That is definitely a really cool line. And I like the kind of the historical stuff going on there. I know he's not Chinese, but jade was still pretty expensive around those times, I think. I don't know, I did research, but I don't remember none of it. I don't remember much more lines that go hard apart from that, but the thumbnail really does go well. It's a great thumbnail, I like it. Maybe I could have chosen a better text colour, but apart from that, it's fine. So yeah, lyrics go hard. The song was actually good as well, I really like that. It's hype, it's kind of monotone a lot of the time, but I think it still goes well, especially with the chorus. The animation's good. I forgot to think about the animation for the other one, which reminds me, Thor's animation was pretty good. I had a lot of moments where when the beat drops, the animation happens, like when he's throwing his glove, the beat drops and then the dust cloud appears and then it cuts over, or when the beat drops and he grabs his hammer when it comes back to him. That was cool. I do a lot of things like that where I animate something cool happening specifically as the beat drops. I don't think I did much like that with Kojiro, but apart from that, the animation was fine. I know Adam. I'm gonna go off track here, but yeah, Adam. I started doing an opening that wasn't just the introduction to the character. It was like an entire like backstory almost, but for like Thor's like it was so basic. It was just the strength of the Norse, Thor, by Heimdall, and that was it. But for the others, it's like a whole backstory, and you'll especially see that with the newer ones like Raiden. Raiden's was like a whole minute 30 seconds long. And yeah, I realize that people don't want a song in their playlist where the entire first minute is just an episode from the anime, but I feel like it works for these. I'm not gonna do it for like the newer ones. Like that video will be out by now, with like Ben 10 and Goku and Handsome Jack. I'm not gonna do it with those. But saying that though, let's move on. Kojiro, easy S tier. Good thumbnail, good song, good lyrics, decent animation, deserves S tier. Who was after him? That'd be Hercules. Oh my god, Hercules! I loved Hercules' song. The lines, "Final Descent to Godhood," and the title with that. Oh, the title! I didn't even talk about the title of Kojiro. All losers win eventually. Do you have any idea how hard that goes, dude? I loved that title, and it was the first thing I thought of. That was brilliant. I love Kojiro so much. But Hercules, I gained a new respect for Hercules, honestly, making this song. His backstory goes so deep. Easily one of the best in the series. And yeah, the song went well. The thumbnail, this is where I started experimenting with the thumbnail. As you can see, I moved the text up. And it looks alright. I think it's carried by the backdrop, really. But yeah, good thumbnail, good music. The lyrics went hard. No, that's next. Yeah, the chorus was crazy. A little insight about this: the AI I was using just wouldn't do the last bit. So that's why when it gets past the third chorus, the tone changes and the voice kind of switches it up. Because it's a completely different song that I spliced in, made by the AI. So you'll notice it sounds very different at the end. But honestly, I think it works, because sometimes the AI is just finicky like that, and it'll just decide that it doesn't want to do certain bits, so it'll move them around. It thinks it knows better, but clearly not. But yeah, easy S tier. Very good song. That's probably one of my crowning achievements, honestly. I love that shit, bro. It's amazing. Who was after? Jack the Ripper. Jack the Ripper, I did not like the thumbnail. I experimented with the thumbnail so much I couldn't get an angle where it showed off the face and the text. And the colour, I messed about with the colour a bit. I got scarlet to begin with. It did not go well. So now it's purple, and I just really don't like the thumbnail. I think it's too dark, you know. It doesn't show off his face all that well. The thumbnail's kind of mid, yeah. The song was good. And some of the lyrics went hard. I got the vibe of kind of crazy psychopath killer across. I think the ending bit where he talks about his mother, I think it was, "My mother led me to breaking my gloves, a boy that nobody even loves." That line goes so hard. I love it. The animation was decent. I like the animation for that. And Hercules. Hercules' animation went crazy. For Hercules, there was this part where, like, when he first turns Cerberus form, the thing bites his head. And then there's like a whole screen where the narrator's explaining something. It's got some Japanese characters on the screen. It's like a full minute long. But when you cut that out and it bites the head, it's immediately transitioning into him in Cerberus form. And in the animation, I cut that out, and it went amazing. Like, it looks brilliant. It bites the head, and then immediately he is like, the animation is so smooth, and I loved it. But I'm gonna stop geeking out over that and say Jack sucks. Not the character. I got a new respect for the character. Same with Hercules. I thought round 4 was kind of mid before, but now it's actually decent. It's at the top for me. The thematics are great, not as good as round 3 in my opinion. Round 3 is my favourite, but yeah, B tier, solid B tier, above Thor. Terrible thumbnail, great song, and great characteristics, but that's it. Someone commented on that video actually. It was kind of rude, not gonna lie, but he basically just said, "Your new songs are terrible. Are you not giving you enough time to write?" And I just found that so insulting, because I tried to like get some specifics out of him, and he wouldn't have it. It was like he just wanted to insult me and then not deal with the consequences, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, bro, if I'm doing poorly, tell me how I can fix it. But yeah, and then he just kind of left after that. I think I did well with the new ones, especially a lot better than the old ones. On this tier list, you can easily see that the first 3 are in the lower tiers. Well, Adam's 4th, but yeah, Zeus is very good. I like Zeus. But then I took that to heart, you know? I took it to heart, and when I did the next one, which is Shiva, I think it's my favourite overall. It is top of S tier easily. Top tier thumbnail. I really did experiment with like the fonts and the colours, and I like how bright the backdrop is. Nice colour. Yeah, and the song went brilliant. I got another duet working, so the chorus has nice female vocals. I made sure it had sort of an Indian vibe as well. It does definitely have that in the music, and the lyrics went crazy. I'll turn you into stardust, so that we need to shake off my rust. The universe is my playground. I like, come on, let's hurry. One of my wives made some curry. That's great. Show some respect to the peak of Svarga. Oh, I like at the end where it goes. What was it now? It's like, oh yeah, he said there was only room for 2, so there wasn't much else I could do. But it does it like so hype, and the whole beat's amazing. I love this one. My favorite, easily top of S tier. The animation was kind of a pain to get working, because a lot of Shiva's stuff is the same. It's like, Adam was similar. A lot of the frames get reused. It's not as bad with Shiva, but Adam, a lot of it's just him punching really fast, and a lot of the frames do get reused. So that's why in my animation the frames got reused a lot, because it happens a lot. But anyway, after Shiva it was Raiden. I really like this one as well. Full Strength. Oh, I didn't even talk about Shiva's title, bro. 1,116 gods above you. That shit goes crazy. It's so hard, and it was literally the first thing I thought of, bro. It's amazing, and it embodies his backstory so well. But yeah, Full Strength, Raiden Tamemon Raiden. Well, yeah, Japanese ones you can say it either way, right? It's like Kojiro Sasuke, Sasuke Kojiro. It always confuses me, but yeah, it's Tamemon Raiden. Full Strength, very good song. I got his story across. I like the thumbnail. I like what I did with it. I made the thumbnail nice and big like him. I made him sort of lewd, because he literally got introduced in an orgy. where I guess he was the main event. But yeah, and then I sort of changed that into him just liking Thrud, because that's how it was. He kind of changed into being a romantical instead of just kind of being kind of gross with it. And I like that about his character. And his character's good in the essence that everyone thought he was a monster, and he's merciful about it. I like the line, "The unrivaled Rikishi has spades of mercy, but none of that's for you," because it really does embody his character. I'll hit you so hard I break the sound barrier. I'm about to go nuclear. Split like an atom and go nuclear, mind you. That is a crazy line. I'll step into the ring where I am the king. I like that, and with the extra vocals, I kind of imagine that as the sumo wrestlers singing with him. I think that just goes incredibly hard, and that's why he's another S tier. Definitely an amazing song. Good thumbnail, good lyrics, and great animation as well. I managed to get. Although the one problem was that the first part was 1 minute and 30 seconds long, I think. But at the end, I got the him like kind of being on his deathbed and saying, "I'm fine with dying now. I went all out and I love Thrud." You know, I got all that at the end, and I think it went incredibly well. So I think it's S tier enough with. It's in between Kojiro and Hercules. Definitely a very good character as well. Round 5's a lot of people's favorites. My second favorite personally, but so after him is the last 3, the round 6 trio. So Zerafuku was kind of the only chance I got to do a really depressing one. I could have done it with Thor, and Thor was a bit more depressing than the others, but he was still kind of hype. I like what I did with the thumbnail for Zero, definitely good, and I like that his backstory. I sort of included him talking about Heijun. I talked about him talking about saving humanity, all of that. I talked about him starting to idolize Buddha after hating him. I think the lyrics went really well. The song, not my type of thing, but it was alright. And the thumbnail. The animation was fine. I did a thing where he started talking about Buddha at the end, and it was like, take the pain you see in others and erase it with the happiness you hold in within. And for the animation, it was like Buddha spinning his staff, and I think it went really well. So yeah, easily A tier, I think. Yeah, top of A tier, above Poseidon. And the title, Fortune Breeds Misery, that's perfect, characterized him perfectly. And yeah, next up, Heijun, or Papias, or Mara, whatever you want to call him. It's called so many things, man. Even Hell Has Folklore. That freaking title, I thought of the title before anything else. Even Hell Has Folklore is his entire character, and it's brilliant. I love it. I did the metal so well, but the metal has a lot of personality in it. More personality than the Poseidon metal sort of voice. I really liked how it went out. After the second chorus hits, he starts talking about how Buddha's still standing, you're still standing, you're still grinning, that sort of thing. And I really liked that. It had a lot of emotion, and the tonal shift was brilliant. One thing I don't like is the thumbnail. The thumbnail would have been good, but I think I made the text like too red. But otherwise, it's really good. The lyrics, I think I got the point across. He starts off really badass, and he transfers into being kind of a scared little bitch, like he does in the anime, or the manga, depending on how you shake it. But yeah, thumbnail, mid, but still very good. I wish I'd have done the text a bit better. But this was actually the fastest one to make, because Heijun, by the time he shows up, he has the entire spotlight. He's constantly on the attack. so there's not much you need to cut out. And there's not a lot of just standing around and talking by the time he shows up. And he gets the entire half of the fight, which is brilliant because it was so fast to make. Mid thumbnail, definitely a good song, good lyrics, good animation. I love the animation as well. Now let's get to the big boy. Buddha, I think, is second place, only to Shiva. Still a very good song. I love the song. The whole look into my eyes, I can see what you despise, I can see you've lost the will, you can't win, but I definitely will. I walk the brightest path, but for zero I'll show you my wrath. That just, the chorus was so great, and the entire song where he's like, step into my palace, it's the home of solace, where when you're gone it's going to be paradise. That went crazy. The animation was a pain because for some reason it was really choppy when I recorded it, so I had to go back and record a lot of it, but it was worth it because it's very good. The opening was a bit long. Opening was a pain to do because it was just a pain because Heimdall like yaps a lot about him. And obviously there's a whole thing where he's like, oh, I'm going to fight for the humans, and everyone's like surprised and screaming about it. And it's got all that out, and that took forever. At the end, him talking about Zero. I had him talking about Zero at the end of Zero's song as well, but I managed to get a different bit of him talking about Zero for the end of Buddha. The thumbnail goes crazy. The Record of Ragnarok Buddha song bit I did in a different colour, and then I managed to do him sort of like speaking in a different tone, so like I do what I want and I want, and then the title is to save them, and doing that in a different font, it just looks so good. And the way it's sort of like piled on top of each other, I think it describes Buddha's character perfectly. And the purple aura is him sort of like embodying Zero in his words. I do what I want, but I want to save them, that sort of thing. And he's not even just talking about Zero when he's saying to save them, he's talking about humanity as well. And I think the symbolism there's brilliant. Speaking of which, Zero's text is purple, sort of scarlet in the middle, to show that he's miserable and stuff. Then a yellow aura to show that Buddha's got him in his embrace, sort of thing. I think it's kind of nice when you think about the symbolics of it all. I did a similar thing with Raiden. The green aura around the red letters is supposed to represent through being there with him. Not really. I think I could have done it better, but it worked out well, I guess. Shiva's glowy is just like fire. I think it looked cool, but apart from that, none of the others really symbolize anything because it's just color. I think that's it. Yeah, Buddha was very good. The only reason it's second place, it had a top tier thumbnail, top tier song, the lyrics are top tier, and the animation is top tier. The only reason Shiva's above him is because of the duet. The duets are so hard to get to work with AI, and I got it completely by accident, and it was perfect. Also, there was a part in the middle of the Buddha song where it was, I think it's, I walk the brightest path, but for Zero I'm going to show you my wrath. And then he says, oh, what was it now? Oh, wait. Happiness comes from within, but the AI sort of messed up within it. It says like, we're within. So I tried cutting that out, but the beat follows through when he says we're instead of within. So when I cut it out, it had this really weird pop. I don't know if you can still hear it in the song, but it is still present. It's just very quiet because I sort of fiddled around with it. And that's the one problem I had with the Buddha song. It was so hard to do, and it really like messed with like the whole thing that I couldn't get that part perfect. And it sort of annoyed me. But the Shiva one didn't have any problem. There was a second Shiva one that was like literally, I couldn't decide. because it really characterized him well. It had that sort of like high on life vibe, but I think the duet just kind of topped it so much. And that other one sort of had other problems, like the AI repeated it a lot, which I don't like it when they do that. They think they know better, bro. I'm a human. I know what I want. They're an AI, bro. But yeah, the Shiva one, eventually the duet topped it, and I really liked it. I think I only ever did 2 duets. Oh no, Zero's a duet, I think. Isn't the chorus female vocals? And the rest is male vocals. I don't know, I don't remember. But saying that, I think everything's in a nice place. So our S tier consists of Shiva, Buddha, then Hercules, then Heijun, then Raiden, and Sasuke. And then 3 in A tier, Zero, Zeus, and Poseidon. Then B tier is Jack, Thor, and no one else. And C tier is Adam and Lu Bu. Lu Bu being the worst, but I think him and Adam are interchangeable, to be honest. This isn't how I feel about the characters in any way, just the music that I made, how I feel I could improve with it. There's so much improving to be done. I really want to redo Lu Bu and Adam, because I did them so early on when I didn't know any of the tricks that I know now, how to mess with the AI and stuff, how to get the stuff going on that I do with the newer ones. And I think I could definitely at least bump those up to A tier with the Zeus, you know? Equal it out. Yeah, none in D tier though. Because that other guy, when I was talking about the guy who commented on the Jack the Ripper, he said that there's such a significant gap between the old ones and the new ones, because the old ones were so much better. And I think there isn't a significant gap between any of them, apart from between S tier and C tier. I think ones like Shiva and Buddha are so much better than Adam and Lu Bu, but I don't think any of them are bad by any means. I think they're all decent in their own way. Just like the characters, you know? You might not like the one-dimensionality of Lu Bu or Adam, but at the same time you could like how inspiring Adam is, and you could like how ferocious Lu Bu is in combat or whatever. Similar with Thor, you can't like, you might hate how he's just, oh I'm so strong, but you might love how, oh I'm so strong, I'm so sad about it, sort of thing. But I really like how complex Record of Ragnarok's characters are. And do you know what? I actually feel that the ones that are about Record of Ragnarok are going to suffer because of that. Because I know Record of Ragnarok so well, and I don't know anything else nearly as well. Like currently I'm having a lot of trouble with the Goku one. Not only will the AI just not make a decent song out of the lyrics, but the lyrics aren't even that good in my opinion. And it's a shame because Goku's such a big character. The Ben 10 and the Handsome Jack ones have gone very well though, and they're actually brilliant, and I can't wait to show them to you. But yeah, tier list done. If you've got anything you want to see, like show me with your words. I'm sorry, that was terrible English, but if you want to tell me how you feel about these, how you'd rank them even, put it in the comments. I'll definitely read it. I'm such a small creator. If you make a comment, I'll see it. But with all that said, if you haven't subscribed, subscribe and you'll see all my future songs the second they come out, probably. Yeah, and with all that said, I'm Q, and now I'm saying goodbye to you. Have a nice day, and I hope you look forward to season 1 of my 15 songs, 15 different franchises.